Wednesday morning show. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. This is your outlook for January 7th, 2015. And we're going to start off with this afternoon, and we're expecting very windy conditions to come through the area today, and especially into tonight and early tomorrow morning. We're concerned a little bit about the wind chills that are going to be taking place in the overnight hours and again early tomorrow morning. But before that, we might have some snow squall activity. Now, yesterday, of course, we had the snow across our coverage area here with anywhere from 1 to 3 inches for the most part that we predicted for the majority of our area. So most of those areas were, in fact, reached as far as snow totals. But now we have to deal with snow squalls. And these are, we have an exiting low pressure system and some snow squalls coming in off the lakes here. And we'll have to watch for this here because there's a lot of instability aloft. I would say just low level instability is very impressive for this time of year. I mean, normally we see that kind of instability when we're talking about thunderstorms in the spring, and lapse rates are very high in the lower levels. So if you do have a snow squall, a snow shower that comes through, it has the ability to drop some very heavy snow in a very short amount of time. And that's because of the instability that we're talking about that is existing in the low levels here. Let's go over the NAM high-res future simulated radar. And again, it's not showing very well here on the future radar here, but this is going to be very hit or miss. But wherever you get these snow squalls pop up here, and don't take this where it's showing for granted here, but wherever you have these snow squalls popping up as this line here moves south, you can get some blinding snow for about 20 minutes. And in that 20 minutes time, even though it's only 20 minutes long, you can actually get an inch of snow in just 20 minutes time. So it comes down as hard as it can snow, as hard as it can possibly snow, and then it just shuts off. You also get some very windy conditions and snow squalls as well. It's a very unstable environment, so that these snow showers are moving into. So even though it's not showing much here on the future radar here, just keep an eye to the sky here. If you get caught under one of these, you'll definitely know it. It's going to be a whiteout conditions for about 20 minutes, and it's one of those deals you just have to wait it out until it's done because you won't be able to see across the street, let alone drive in it. So we'll keep an eye on that today, and it's we're keeping an isolated chance across the entire coverage areas for that possibility for those snow squalls, just because we really don't know exactly where we're going to set up. And really anybody's under the gun for that. So we'll just keep that in the forecast as a possibility for this afternoon. As we go a little bit further, though, we go into Wednesday night. These you can see the tightly packed isobars here, very close to being on top of each other. So we're expecting winds that are going to be sustained in the 15 to 25 mile per hour range, with gusts as high as 40, maybe even 45 miles per hour. And combine that with the fact that it's going to be in the single digits overnight tonight for lows. You're talking about wind chills are going to be in the negative teens for lows. I mean, overnight low, the overnight lows tonight are going to be the single digits. The wind chills are going to be in the negative teens, so it's going to be very, very cold, and that's going to carry into Thursday morning. I don't think it's going to be an all-day Thursday event with this wind. I do think it dies down a little bit, and then that's when this high pressure to our south takes over. And then Friday's going to warm up a little bit. It says high pressure is going to be offshore here, so it's going to send a return flow around this high pressure temporarily with the winds coming out of the southwest. It's going to warm us up a few degrees here, but still below freezing and still below normal on Friday. Okay, and then we're going to have another system here passing to our north. We're going to keep an eye on this too. Here's your area low pressure right here. There's an Arctic front that's with this. And this Arctic front is going to come through, and along that and ahead of it, here's the where a cold front is. There's actually almost like a prefrontal trough sitting out here, out in front of this cold front, and along that you could have some more snow showers and snow squall activity. Again, going back to the NAM future radar here, let's go out to the future here. You can see this is the wee hours of the morning. This is Thursday night into Friday morning. Here is a look at 1 o'clock in the morning on Friday. And then we go a little bit further here to 4 a.m. It's showing here as green, but this is actually snow. The 32-degree line is way off the coast, all the way down here by the coastline here. So anything northwest, this entire area is below freezing. So I don't know, I'm not sure why it's showing green here, but this is heavy snow. Okay, and go to the final frame here as it moves through. and it cuts into Jersey then, so it brings just a quick band of snow that's going to come through early Friday morning. So that's been shown in the model guidance as well. So we'll keep that as a possibility in here for the opportunity on Friday morning to get the same thing with that frontal passage. And then we go into, we're going to go over to, let me get to the right image here. We're going to go back over to the global models here and go a little bit further in time. And our next system we're going to be watching after high pressure moves in over the weekend is going to move in from our southwest. This is going to be a system that's going to be affecting us in the Monday time frame. And there's still some questions with the evolution of this system here. It looks like an overrunning event will be in the cards here for Monday. With an overrunning event, you can get a light to moderate snowfall across our coverage area here. Basically, the foreign models are leading the way on this. The GFS is not very impressed with Monday. And then there's another system that's going to be trailing this a couple days later, we think, probably on the Wednesday, Thursday time frame. So it could get very busy as we get into next week here. But right now we're having to deal with a couple nuisance type events. One, of course, was we had yesterday with the snowfall, and then we might have the snow squalls today for isolated areas, and then again Friday morning. After we get past these little nuisance events here, we might get into some more serious and promising events for bigger snowfall potential as we get into next week. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for January 7th, 2015. Have a great Wednesday.